But the thing that we're kicking around here is the statement that they could have made him the highest paid player in NFL history, and he wouldn't have signed.
But
do you interpret it as EB did, that's just really a guy who's talking about the process and leverage? Or do you believe it's a dad saying, look, ultimately my son is going to leave this team?
I think it could be a combination of that.
Could be. I think the die is cast already. I think these are the last 5 games. They're not going to spend $35 million just to rent him for one more year and then have him walk.
I think that would be.
I mean, it's craziness.
What about the playoff game?
Well, maybe there's a playoff game in the offing. We don't know.
Well, what about and I don't know how it works. I get confused. What they franchise him and then work out a long-term deal before the season starts, right? I think that's the window how it would work. So they franchise him and then they come to a long-term agreement.
It's possible.
That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what they did this past year. They just couldn't come to.
They couldn't come to the agreement.
What was the
I
date?
think the
July
whatever it is,
31st or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Hard to come to an agreement. Send an offer, and Kirk says, I'm not even going to look at it.
Right. Well, it's a disrespectful offer.
You knew the offer was terrible.
Yeah. My take on it is he's just been ahead of the curve, and he and his agent have played this perfectly, and they just see the amount of money that they can get.
Big surprise, he's bamboozled Bruce Allen at every single turn. He's outfoxed
Bruce.
I'm really surprised.
Truly a buffoon.
Yes.
All right, let's rip through these phone calls. 800-636-1067.
We can all agree. We can all agree on that.
Oh,
Bruce is a buffoon.
100% agree
Do you
on that.
interpret Don Cousins' statement like Cakes did and say this means 5 more games, or like EB has?
And again, I'm always wrong. By me saying that
Not
he's
as often as I am.
By me saying that he's going to walk, it only ensures that he'll sign for the highest dollar amount. Somehow Dan Snyder will come to his senses and realize, well, why would we let this guy walk out the door? We've been cultivating him and developing him for 6 years. It's idiotic to press the reset button,
The article,
even though the money is super high.
I also found it somewhat interesting that there was a quote there from Mike Shanahan or something source, and we all know that Shanahan was high on Cousins, but that Shanahan told the front office at one point.
This is in 2012.
Yes, during his rookie season, he said, you're going to have to get rid of Kirk. He's like, because, I'm paraphrasing, because Kirk will beat Robert out. And if you want Robert to be the quarterback, you're going to have to move Kirk.
Right.
And he told Kirk during his rookie year that you remind me of Drew Brees.
And after he told them
that, career.
They probably laughed at him and said, you're crazy.
They probably elbowed each other in the ribs,
right, exactly.
Cracked some Coors Lights, and had a good old laugh about it.
Yeah.
But now,
who's laughing now?
That's reality.
You know, it is dawning me. I don't think anybody's really saying this, but I believe this 1,000,000,000%. If Bruce Allen was out of the picture, this deal would have been done already, because Dan would have just signed him.
Mm-hmm.
Dan has shown no inclination to not sign big name guys.
Bruce is the fiscally responsible / cheap guy that's trying to keep the costs down.
He's the one that give me the
fly in the ointment.
Cliches that are similar to that.
He is the monkey wrench.
He's the monkey
Play
wrench.
the Foo Fighters song.
He's the fly in the ointment. He's everything that's wrong with this situation.
Did you get all these cliches from Tiger's presser?
No, Tiger botches those on his own. I won't even attempt them. Let's go to
and
Earl.
the thing that I don't understand
monkey wrench silly
is why doesn't Bruce Allen want to have the best team? Doesn't it make him look better if his team is better?
I think
year
saving
to year?
Dan Snyder money is more important to him.
Dan Snyder's got tons of money. He's got billions.
But he wants more. People always want more.
They're managing debt too. I mean, the money, it's almost like Bitcoin. I mean, they got a lot of stuff they got to manage. They got a lot going out.
But if he sold the team, he would have a surplus of cash.
Yes.
He's not losing money.
True, but he's not going to sell the team. He knows that.
I get it. So but Bruce Allen makes the management look better if the team is better.
I agree with you.
They're trying to do that, but it's not easy to win. You know, in a lot of ways, you almost got to get lucky.
It's easier to win with a quarterback than without one.
I agree. I think it will be the single most disappointing. It would be the single most disappointing transaction in the history of the Redskins for me if they let Kirk Cousins walk. However it happens.
Have we already started?
It'll be the single most disappointing transaction.
I mean, they got a huge game tonight, and they're still in the playoff hunt.
Can you think of one worse?
Off the top of my head, no. But if I did some research, I'm sure that you could find some.
Worse than signing Albert Hainsworth to a $100 million deal and having that flame out.
Archuleta, worse than that.
Worse than that. It'll be the single worst transaction in the history of the Redskins football in my lifetime.
If they let him walk and he thrives. What if he walks and plays
even
like
if
Brock
he
Osweiler?
That could happen in another situation, but he fits here.
He's not Brock Osweiler.
He works here. I know that. If they do transition him, though, I think he's gone because they won't be able to match it.
Right. He's going to have a lot
They
of
won't want
suitors.
to.
I think he's gone, and I said this last year, the first time that he's not tagged. I think he wants to be a free agent. I think he'll find another home.
I think they already know what the offer would be in the ballpark.
Yep.
I think they're going to franchise him.
I know you think that.
I thought it last year.
I think it'd be a terrible move, but they might do it.
No, you
because that's
thought
what
there
they
was going to be
do.
a long-term deal.
Correct. But I thought it's franchise.
He thought there would be a long-term deal before now, but now that there hasn't been, he thinks there'll be another
I think they're
franchise.
going to franchise him again. Yeah.
Yeah, but are they going to franchise him bridging to a new deal, or are they just going to he's going to play on a franchise
I don't
tag?
know. I mean, Bruce is really legitimately the fly in the ointment that's going to screw the whole thing up. Because if Dan was just in charge, Dan would just sign him to the dumb deal, and it would be behind us. We'd give him some outrageous deal. He would be overpaid, but it would be behind us.
They're going to let him walk, and RG3's coming back.
That's definitely not us.